Beijing was on high alert, yet a major restricted incident still occurred, resulting in dozens of casualties. Some of the injured who survived recalled those terrifying moments. So why did the loader driver choose the busiest time to act? And what kind of tragic grievances were hidden in those several centimeters thick of complaint materials he had in his vehicle? Please support my two channels, News Focus and Shepherd's Focus. In the previous period, they were disrupted by CCP internet trolls. Both of these channels have been greatly affected. In fact, both channels focus on current affairs and people's livelihoods, telling the truth and speaking up for the public. Whether you donate to these two channels, subscribe, or simply like and share the programs, it is all support for me. The content I talk about is all information that has been covered up by the CCP, but these are truths that Chinese people must know, and they are also the prerequisite for change in China. Friends in mainland China can use the one-click circumvention tool for free to watch. It's convenient and safe, and the CCP can never block it. Yidan VPN was developed by Chinese-American tech elites in the United States. It doesn't require any technical skills or prior experience with circumvention. All you need to do is scan the QR code on the screen with your phone's camera, and you can automatically bypass the firewall. Of course, this relies on the support of friends overseas. Everyone can contribute together to support this circumvention project. Supporting this project is essentially helping our compatriots in mainland China to break through the blockade and dismantle the CCP. It's truly a virtuous and invaluable deed. The donation link is placed below each daily video program. You can donate as much as you are able. For every $2,000 raised, we can generate 100 circumvention links, which can help tens of thousands of friends in China access overseas content continuously around the clock. Once again, thank you all very much. Highlights, uncovering the truth, Shepherd tells it like it is. Hello, viewers and friends, welcome to News Highlights. I'm Li Muyang. Today is Monday, March 30th, Eastern Time in the US, and Tuesday, March 31st, Asia Pacific Time. I heard that yesterday in Toronto, Canada, the Shenyun performance was cancelled at the last minute because some CCP thugs caused trouble. As for this cult regime led by Xi Jinping, this is the kind of despicable tricks they're capable of. As Ma Baoguo would say, take care, mousetail juice. So, do you want to know the reason? Why is the CCP acting like a thug toward an art troupe? What is it about Shenyun that makes the CCP so afraid? I suggest everyone go and see for yourselves. See what Shenyun is really performing. Yesterday, I went to see Shenyun at Lincoln Center in New York. Because the tickets are in high demand, the seat I got was a bit off to the side and towards the back, so if you want to go, I suggest you book your tickets online early. For friends in North America, if you use my discount code, MY2026 on the Shenyun official website, you can save a few dollars on service fees. I think that after seeing Shenyun, everyone will understand. Everyone will understand what Xi Jinping is really afraid of. But in fact, Shenyun is hardly the only thing the Xi Jinping regime fears. The Chinese Communist Party is now riddled with anxiety everywhere. Yesterday, a netizen in Beijing filmed a segment of Chang'an Avenue from a taxi. Along the way near Tiananmen in Beijing, all kinds of police vehicles, big and small, were lined up. There were also SWAT vehicles and so on, some even flashing their lights. Police cars were also parked in the nearby small alleys. On the side of Tiananmen West Road, there were also some uniformed police officers standing guard. You could say there were sentry posts everywhere and strict surveillance. From the driver's narration in the video, we can tell that Tiananmen in Beijing is put under lockdown every morning. Looking at this tense display, it really feels like they're facing a formidable enemy. What are they so afraid of? Trump hasn't even said anything about beheading or executing anyone yet. Who are they afraid of? Of course, it's the Chinese people. Yesterday at noon, there was an extreme act of social revenge in Fangshan district, Beijing. Someone drove a large bulldozer into the Dahanji market, crashing straight through the roadside stalls, knocking many people down. It is rumored that more than a dozen people died on the spot, and many injured were rushed to the hospital for emergency treatment. The authorities have not released any information about this major incident. Related news has also been blocked and censored on mainland social media platforms. Initially, some mainland media did report on the incident, but for unknown reasons, the reports were deleted. However, a large number of videos, photos, and written accounts have been shared on overseas social media. This has attracted a lot of attention. According to multiple circulating videos online, close to noon at 12 o'clock, a large front loader suddenly broke into the previously closed-off Market Street and rammed into the crowd. Some videos show that quite a few people were knocked to the ground, and some individuals were performing CPR on the injured. People at the scene tried to stop the front loader driver, and some even threw things at him, but the driver did not stop. He continued to charge forward recklessly. In the on-site videos, you can see the places where the loader crashed through. Stalls were smashed, all kinds of goods were scattered everywhere in utter chaos, and the scene was filled with cries and shouts, making it extremely chaotic. In one video, it shows that the front loader later crashed into a white sedan and then pushed the car forward for quite a distance. It is said that the loader's wheels were later jammed by a body, and some say the tires burst, causing it to finally stop. Immediately after, several men climbed onto the loader, dragged the driver out of the cab and began beating him. Photos show that the driver of the loader was lying on the ground, his face covered in blood. It is said that the driver responsible for the incident is a man named Joe in his 50s, who was eventually taken away by the police. A woman who survived posted on Xiaohongshu early this morning, recalling the terrifying moment when the incident happened. Although she mentioned in her post that she couldn't disclose the time and place, judging from her words, she was clearly talking about the Fangshan loader incident. At that moment, she was on the edge of life and death. Many viewers have told us that while the Red Sea Cucumber Health Gel is effective, isn't it troublesome that it's often out of stock? Now, you don't have to worry about this issue anymore. There's a solution. Red Sea Cucumber Health Gel has launched a customized service to ensure a stable supply, so it won't be out of stock. For those who need long-term health maintenance, making a custom order is the best choice for you. With the custom order, there are special offers. If you order the 60-pack, you'll receive a gift of ginseng and Huangmi ginseng tablets. If you order the 30-pack, you'll get a Korean sunscreen as a gift. The box I'm holding right now is the 30-pack of Red Sea Cucumber Health Gel. And for all friends who place a custom order, you'll also receive an additional $10 voucher. For friends in mainland China, it's even more cost-effective. If you order the 60-pack, which is 2 boxes like this, you'll not only get the ginseng and Huangmi kidney tablets as a gift, but you'll also receive an additional whole 6-year-old honey black ginseng root. The more you buy, the more you get. This Red Sea Cucumber Health Gel can inhibit tumor growth and metastasis. It can lower blood pressure, alleviate conditions such as coronary heart disease and hepatitis, and also help prevent skin aging and promote cell regeneration. If anyone is interested whether or not you place a custom order, you can use my discount code XWKD1 to enjoy a 15% discount. It's been more than a dozen hours since the collision incident, but that life or death moment still feels like it's right in front of my eyes. The fear and anxiety just won't go away. This woman said that she can't vent her emotions in front of her family, so she feels very stifled inside. In her post, she mentioned that the wheel loader, with wheels taller than a person, was charging toward the crowd. The woman immediately sensed something was wrong and shouted, "Run! Run! Run! Hurry! Run!" At the same time, he grabbed his 7-year-old daughter from inside the camper and held her tightly in his arms. He wrote, "Ah." It was so fast, that person seemed desperate to floor the gas pedal all the way into the fuel tank. Within just a few seconds, those huge wheels were only a few dozen centimeters in front of my eyes. The vehicle crashed into the stalls by the wall. This woman thought that it would be over at this point and wondered if the vehicle had lost control. But at that moment, the large loader reversed and scraped against the woman. The mother and daughter were dragged several meters by the loader. She held her daughter tightly, wrapping her arms around her, and then the loader reversed again, running over the woman's legs. It continued to charge forward. Fortunately, the woman was only injured and her life was not in danger. He wrote in his post that it felt as if everything in the bustling market had come to a standstill. I couldn't see many people around me. There was a woman vomiting blood, and a man ran over to perform CPR. They didn't seem to know each other. The post stated that her husband helped her from the middle of the road onto the bed of a small truck by the roadside. The mother and daughter sat side by side. The daughter's shoes were already lost, but she didn't cry. With a trembling voice, she said she wanted to go home and check her daughter's arms and legs, which had several scrapes. At this moment, the woman's husband was calling 120 while also helping someone nearby perform CPR. At that moment, the woman felt dizzy, but she held on and used her body to shield her daughter. Then, the woman saw the large front loader that had turned around and come back. With nowhere else to go, it stopped, and many people rushed to open the driver's cab door and started hitting the driver. A few minutes later, the first ambulance arrived at the scene. Her husband told her that the bone was exposed. But he didn't dare to look. He just felt pain, and his limbs hung limply, not like a living person. Before being taken to the hospital, he saw that the face of the person on the stretcher, which was parked at an angle, had already been covered. He wrote, "Actually, there were several things I didn't see, and there must have been many more. I'm very grateful to be alive." Regarding the casualties caused by this vicious and sudden incident, there are different reports online. A citizen who was apparently at the scene said in a recording that 7 or 8 people showed no signs of life on the spot. But the actual situation is unclear. Subsequent videos and reports circulating online indicated that the crash incident resulted in at least 13 deaths. In addition, someone else reported that the number of deaths caused by this indiscriminate act of revenge against society had reached 17, with more than a dozen others seriously injured and undergoing emergency treatment. Furthermore, there were also reports stating that the perpetrator drove the loader for about 3 kilometers, running over crowds of people. Dozens of people were killed or injured. A netizen claiming to live near the scene said that 9 people died on the spot. Another dozen or so died after being taken to the hospital. Someone pointed this out in the comments below. So the total is over 20. As for the exact number of casualties caused by this ramming incident, there is still no definitive answer at this time. However, we need to point out that the loader driver deliberately chose the busiest time to drive into the market. A netizen from Beijing mentioned in a chat that the loader driver waited for more than an hour before hitting people, only starting the attack after people at the market had hidden themselves. There is a video online filmed by a netizen before the incident, and from the shadow cast by a person in the footage. It can be determined that the video was likely shot at least 1 or 2 hours before the ramming occurred. However, even from the footage, you can see, at that time, the market was already filled with vendor stalls, and there were also many people shopping and strolling around. Therefore, we can imagine that the crowd density during the ramming must have been even greater. A small blessing amid misfortune. After people realized the large loader was indiscriminately ramming into the crowd, someone shouted to warn others to quickly take cover, which helped prevent even greater casualties. There is a video showing that before the loader arrived, a brave man was shouting to people to hide in the alley. As for the loader driver who caused the incident, many people said that committing such an act deserves death 1,000 times over. Some said that indiscriminate attacks should be punished by death, others called for immediate execution, and still others said he should be executed on the spot, and so on. People's anger is completely understandable. Every person who was injured or killed has their own family, and their suffering brings even more pain to their loved ones. But we also cannot ignore one issue: the factors that led to this act of revenge against society. Behind such acts of revenge against society, there are often hidden grievances that no one knows about. Some people, after being pushed to the brink by extreme oppression, choose indiscriminate attacks as their only way out. A netizen who claims to be in the know stated that the loader driver acted because of land expropriation and demolition. The forced demolition had not been resolved for many years, and in anger, according to local people chatting, there were reports prepared by the driver on the loader, stacked as thick as over 10 centimeters. It is suspected that, after his complaints went nowhere, he resorted to taking revenge on society. In other words, the loader driver carried out an indiscriminate attack because of the Chinese Communist government's forced land expropriation and demolition. For many years, no reasonable solution was ever given to him. In utter desperation, the loader driver chose to take revenge on society as a way to vent his dissatisfaction and hatred toward China. A netizen wrote, "Sometimes I really feel that when these acts of revenge against society happen, in fact, all of us citizens bear some responsibility. No one is truly innocent. We have given up our own rights in exchange for mere subsistence and a semblance of peace, but heaven will not spare anyone. When the iron fist comes down on the individual, when individual rights cannot be protected and grievances cannot be appealed, everyone will have their day as a victim." I have always emphasized that the root cause of all kinds of social problems in China is the CCP system. If the problem of the CCP system is not resolved, social problems will only continue to multiply and accumulate. People's lives will only become more and more difficult. There is video footage showing that at the Beijing Mental Health Medical Center outpatient department, the line of people waiting to see a doctor has already stretched out onto the street. Another video shows that at the Tianjin Psychiatric Hospital, Anding Hospital, there are also many people lining up and waiting to see a doctor. According to figures released by the CCP authorities from 2022 to 2025, the number of people in China with mental and psychological problems has surged several times over.
Based on an analysis of psychiatric outpatient data grounded in facts, we can see that the total number of people served soared from 2,547 in 2022 to 15,418 from just January to October in 2025, an increase of more than 6 times. The continuous expansion of initial admissions is notable, but an even more astonishing change is that the number of returning patients skyrocketed from 1,317 to 10,939, an 8.3-fold increase. The average daily number of consultations rose from 7 to 51, meaning that each outpatient day now faces a significantly heightened level of psychological demand. So what is the core issue here? The public's awareness of mental health and the incidence rate of problems are both rising rapidly and in sync. There is also the chronic nature of the illness, especially the long-term and complex characteristics of mental and psychological problems. This has placed ongoing capacity and capability pressures on the healthcare system. For us, the challenge is how to withstand this tidal wave of demand, a daunting test facing both the healthcare system and society as a whole. Witnessing these changes and the people affected every day over the past year, I feel a profound sense of responsibility.
Being under immense pressure for a long time, people's mental state can easily undergo certain changes. Once someone experiences a mental breakdown or emotional collapse, it becomes very difficult to predict what might happen. However, I must emphasize once again that I am opposed to bloody violence, especially this kind of indiscriminate attack that targets ordinary people and uses them as an outlet for anger. If there is an injustice, there is someone responsible. If there is a debt, there is a debtor. Whoever caused the harm and pain should, like the Yang family, seek out the person responsible. If a particular Chinese Communist Party official or government department has bullied you, then go directly to them to seek justice. If ordinary people are made the target of attacks, it's not just a matter of misdirected anger. In essence, it is more like a terrorist attack against the people. There is a fundamental difference between the two. If everyone who has been oppressed, exploited, or treated unfairly by the Chinese Communist Party were to seek justice from the Xi Jinping regime, then society would gradually change, and the disintegration of the Chinese regime would accelerate. On the 25th of this month, the well-known American astrologer Patrick made a prediction. He said that the end of a powerful world leader is happening. Patrick believes that the timing will be from late March to mid-April, with the strongest signs of death. Now it's already the end of March, approaching the time window predicted by Patrick. There are still about 20 days left until mid-April. Patrick did not specify which world leader is coming to an end, but we wonder, could it be Xi Jinping? Mr. Parker, a British psychic who made many accurate predictions at the end of last year, once mentioned that a series of events will occur in China in 2026, including a deterioration in Xi Jinping's health and that he may need an organ transplant. He will soon leave the core of the CCP's power and will disappear from the stage in 2027. We hope that day comes sooner rather than later. That's all I have to share with you today. Just a reminder, Shen Yun is currently performing, so don't miss the show near you. If you're in North America, you can use my promo code MY2026 when purchasing tickets on the Shen Yun official website, and this will waive your service fee. Highlight 8. Truth, Shepherd tells it like it is. See you again tomorrow, dear viewers.